Hello minions, welcome back to my stream. I am LordOnoskelis and today we are going to go back to try to actually hook that destiny. Hook that gator. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, today we are going to try to play a little bit more of this game. And mostly because I had to do all the choices last time by my own. And I am literally trying to save all my choices. As you guys can totally see, I saved one choice here. And again, it's because I have a mentality, I'm not saving that too much because my mentality actually tells me, you know what, video games are kind of like life, so you only have one chance. It's kind of like, for me, it's kind of like that, so that's why I never save to the other, in the other slots, so that's an issue that I currently have when I am playing this kind of games. So I'm trying to actually get in the entire gameplay to literally get the good ending. I'm not sure if we're gonna get the good ending, but we will see. We will see. Eventually, when we get in there, we will see if we have it. But in the meantime, welcome, people. This is gonna be again me alone, mostly because Chris have a couple of issues to join me. But so yeah, today it's gonna be just me. But yeah, she's still in there. She's still in there, and I hope he has his stuff done and right. So yeah, for now it's just me. But anyway, let's continue the story, shall we? I can't. Oh, sorry. I always hit my fucking microphone. I'm not sure why. Probably are the horns. I'm very sure that the horns are well, technically, yeah, my horns are the ones that hitting the microphone every single fucking time. But yeah, and the thing is that what happened in the last time we played this game? Well, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, we had a little bit of work with Idakan that he wanted us to actually join a little wedding, and we have to literally go and take pictures of the wedding, and it went. I guess it went well, mostly because well, I actually think it went well, mostly because I had to choose to focus with my pictures or to ask the others for help of how I can actually approach Olivia. So I chose the work, and apparently, yeah, you know, the groom that is technically the taxi man from Snoot game tells us that we have promise, and he really enjoy more my pictures than Ben's, because he also said to Idakan, hey, I want this picture. Can you give it to me so I can put it on my wallet? So I think we did well in there. I'm not sure if that is gonna affect me in something, but nah. Until we get in one of the endings, we will see. Okay, let's continue. Alright. Even though we're pretty far into the fall season, today is a nice day out. There's a storm coming in later today with a cold front, so the temperatures outside are bearable enough to relax in. One last respite before the unforgiving cold of winter settles in. Let's try to celebrate by eating lunch outside. After a good bit of prodding, Olivia joined me. Inco, it's too cold. I'll freeze my veins solid. It's 7 degrees and you already agreed. Calm down. I love your face. We step out the chill there. Yes. I really love that. Now we started on level 10 Olivia moment. She pulls the drawstrings on her hoodie top, yanking it shut again. When I try moving her along, she starts dragging her tail on the ground. You're secretly enjoying this, aren't you? That hoodie isn't hiding your silly little grin. There's a table by the edge of the jar that looks pretty good. Now it's just the two of us. Alone. Sitting at a picnic table in complete silence. Ingenious one-liners flow through my head like a slam of poetry champion. Yet I can't work up the will to say anything about the wedding to her. Guess they're always later. So Olivia. The girl lifts her head from her roasted sandwich, staring directly at me. What's up? How about this weather? Seriously? Yeah, seriously. I'm not used to coastal towns, so this is a nice change of pace. Well, it's pretty chilly. Part of why we are the only ones out here. It is pretty empty out here today. Maybe it's like a human dino thing, more acclimated to snow. Even with a hoodie, it's a lot colder than I like. Oh, but you agreed to come on outside with me? Well, you wanted to and I... And you? Olivia's lips quiver a little as she tries to work out words to say. Her mouth is up to the task, as a flush of scarlet spread across her cheeks and makes her pointing lips grow. Hey, stop looking at me like that. I mean, where are you from then? Oh, sorry, where are you from then? The Midwest. The Midwest? Only loons come from the Midwest. Oh, come on, that's not true. Alright, what was it like then? A lot of empty promises, nothing worth talking about. What was St. Hammond like before I show up? Horrible. Everybody here suck. Well, they still do, I guess. But seriously, most of the faculty had a stick up their ass, and the student body was holding on for the dear life. I'd do anything to get off this place if I got to take you and Demi with me. Wow. Colorful. Olivia and I freeze at the familiar voice. The sounds of the stone grinding on stone echoes through the courtyard as we turn our heads towards whoever said that. Principal Keller stands just as still as us, her face burning red. Through her jaw is moving, teeth grinding exceptionally loud as she looks at Olivia. Next to her stands a large whale dressed in formal attire. I guess Mr. Fairley is still doing that inspection. And did he hear? What were you saying just now about the student morale, Principal Sculler? He doesn't even look up from his clipboard as he begins jotting down something with a pencil. I said had. Ever since Principal Sculler looked over as our principal, things had gotten better. Olivia's words do a little to make Sculler's face lessen in both color intensity and heat. Yeah, how to say, this school is way better than my old one by at least a country mile. So, Mr. Wrinkle, would you say that your line in St. Hammond since you transfer has been both fruitful and comfortable? I mean, compared to my old school, I've met good friends, have an excellent teachers and classes, and have had all-round good time. Also, the cafeteria food is great here. It actually tastes like food and not microwave reheated gruel. It shows me that is a reference to Snoot Game because, again, Anon is supposed to be, poor, so he always eat what the cafeteria wasn't. The entire cafeteria was kind of like that. So I think that's a reference to Snoot Game as well. Mr. Ferris gives me a nod and writes something else in his notepad before turning to face Olivia. What about you, Miss Olivia Halford? Was it? Got any more comments regarding St. Hammond? To be honest, if you please. Olivia shoots me a quick glance before taking a deep breath. Well, the school needs more handicap access ramps. Also, the elevator in the main building is busted. Sometimes I get stuck for a few minutes. Also, our big teacher steals hats from the students and hoards them in the equipment machine. I can almost feel the heat emanating from Principal Scholar's face as soon as Olivia finished loading her complaints. Wouldn't want to be around her after Ferry's visit's over. For his part, Mr. Ferris only nods and writes more down in his clipboard before turning back to face Scholar, who does her best to turn her remains into some kind of smile. Seems like there are some issues left over from the previous administration. Are you already taking care of correcting the issues that Miss Halford has pointed out? Principal Scholar nervously clears her throat. I already sent in a request to the district to have the elevator looked at by the technician. Mr. Ferry nods and writes something else on his clipboard before clicking his pen and shoving it in front of his suit jacket. I have to talk to the superintendent about that request next time I have at the office. What about this PE teacher Miss Olivia mentions? Oh, Mr. Coach Sally. Ferris raises an eyebrow. It's his legal name, I know. He checks the page, then signs a bit. Right. Ferris turns to face me. Well, that's enough about Saint Hammond for the time being. Mr. Rinko, how will you say things are going for you? Not just as a student, but also as a growing adult. Honestly, at the same start of the year, I have told you things weren't looking too good. But I met some really good friends here in St. Hammond, and I feel like things will be okay for us. I can't help but look towards Olivia as I say that. She stares back in a faint expression of surprise, but it quickly melts away into a warm smile. Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. Ferris looks from his clipboard towards us, a smirk forming on his otherwise flat face. I'm glad to hear you two are doing well. The Leviathan finished jotting down something in his clipboard, finally turning to Principal Scholar. I think I have everything I need for the time being. So, Mr. Ferris, why don't you adjourn to the faculty lunch? Of course, we can go over your future budgetary plans over a nice cup of coffee. The inspector turns away, Principal Scholar lagging behind him with a look of pure misery on her face. I wish he's done with the freshman year. With a huff and a frown, Olivia stabs her lunch tray, treating her Caesar salad like a voodoo doll. Well, look on the bright side. She levels her silver eyes on me but remains focused on treating her salad like a namesake. It's a new year, and we're about to halfway through. So we only have to put up with this place for a couple of more months. She lances the largest piece of chicken, twisting her spork thoroughly. And? Then what? Then what? I guess, I don't really have any concrete plans for after school. What do you mean? You mentioned all the stuff about making a name for yourself. I mean, yeah, when I first got here, that was the goal. But honestly, I haven't considered that I was going to do to get there. It's my turn to toy with my bill. You? I plan on getting an art degree. Whoa, really? Online, of course. Oh. Not like I have another options. The only time I'm worth anything is when I brush in my hand. Only cases I'm really passing to. I know my head in understanding, but she's still talking about her future. But it sounds more like a resignation than a declaration. I at least have something, even if the path to my goal is vague. The morose mood leaves me at a loss of words. Damn it, I was hoping to actually use this time to... I don't know. Why not talk to Olivia and ask her something? Or something like that. Stupid Mr. Ferris and his workplace politics dampening the mood. The air between us is awkward as we peek at our lunch. And even after the bell rings and we're forced to finish eating, it's still weird. Even when I ask Olivia will be like push to stories, she just remains silent in thought. Olivia has been quiet for about 5 minutes now. Even though 5 minutes isn't that long a time, Olivia had grown so much chattier as of late, so the silence felt just a bit of put it to me. Sorry about that, I just eat. A part of me couldn't help but wonder if it's a cold shoulder reacted at me, or just remaining nerves from the last conversation. Not used to thinking about it. So, penny for your thoughts, Olivia. Oh, right. Sorry, guess I am not here right now. What were you thinking about exactly? Olivia lets out a sigh and turns her head upwards so that her eyes meet mine. I really got to thinking about what we were talking about earlier. How it seems like neither one of us knows what we'll be exactly doing after school's over. Oh, right, yeah, that. I hadn't really given much thought to the fact that I had essentially dropped a bombshell on both of us. Now that I really stopped to think about it though, the idea that neither one of us really knows what to do after graduation is concerning. Most seniors at least have a small idea of what they want to do after graduation. At least I think. Hell, Liz had made a full chart and timeline for herself. I mean, I always figure I go to college. But that feels so basic, for lack of a better word. There should be a kind of grander plan on what to do with the next big step in my life. University, a career, maybe starting to some kind of family. Those are kinds of plans that come into my mind. There are just a couple platitudes at the end of the day though. Is it even worth making plans? The more I think about it, the more likely it is that something stupid just come out of left field and wrecks everything. If you want to make a god laugh, then him your plans and all. So maybe all I can really do then is live the moment. I always hated that sort of thinking. Just be sitting duck for life to take a photo shot at me. Just like pretending instead can show up and take me at any time. Hey, it's Olivia. And friend. Olivia still fixes in the chair. Oh, hey Mia. Olivia's words are a hiss as she tries to face away from the Crimson Skull girl. Her hands shakily strain against the wheels of the chair, slowly turning it to. Got a couple of questions to ask ya, Olivia. Would you like to humor me for a bit? Oh, what am I saying? Curse you don't mind. The parasol saunters up and, with the sway of her hip, pushes aside as she takes Olivia's reins from me. What the hell? You're insane if you think you're going with you anywhere. We? She looks down to Olivia and back at me. We. He's funny. We are just going for a little girl talk. No boys allowed, sorry. You're up for that, right, Liv? She puts a hand on her shoulder and cocks an eyebrow back at me like she knows something. So yeah, will just be a moment. Don't worry, that pretty little head of yours. I'm left cocking and confused as the two head off to another direction. Olivia doesn't seem to know what to say or do either, so she just goes along with the parasol wheeling her chair. A part of me wants to give chase, but the side eye that Mia sends back at me forces me to stop. I feel useless as I watch the two turn the corner. My thoughts of what I want to do going after the pair are betrayed by my body, still frozen by the icy glare from Mia. Damn it, I just get to class and ask what this was all about later. By the time I get to Brooklyn history class, I'm half expecting to find Olivia already waiting for me, some kind of remark prim and ready to spoken to me. But instead, she isn't there. I recklessly take my seat, tapping to my foot impatiently. Even then, the bell comes and goes. There's still no sign of her. Shit. I shouldn't have let Olivia go with her alone. What the hell was I thinking? I really don't want to cut class, but I can't afford anything bad happening to her. Nope. I can't sit and do anything. And do nothing, sorry. I shot my hand up and the chair, causing Miss Brooklyn to pause mid-lecture. Yes, Mr. Nito. Miss Brooklyn, can I please be excused? Why? Class barely started a few minutes ago. Because I... shot myself. Okay, that's a really good excuse, if you ask me. Fuck. I'm halfway out the door already. Oh my god. Inco never change. Where did it go? There's no soul to be found anywhere. If I were a bitch, where should I harass somebody in secret? Shoot. Whatever's between them, I hope isn't turning physical. I mean, she wouldn't, would she? My hands clenched tighter and tighter as I focused to walking faster. Finally, something snapped me out of my trance, the feeling of something of squeaking metal. I heard that sound before. I turned towards the source, just beyond the door of an urban classroom. Judging by the paraphernalia covering the door, I think this is the algebra room. I grab the handle and haphazardly throw the door open, praying that I am not about to rudely interrupt the teacher for a second time today. Looks like shit, how am I? Should be happy it's done. Two heads turned to me in a mix of anger and surprise. And there the heads of the girls I was looking for. It's like a sudden three-way standoff. I was definitely not intended to be a factor in whatever this is. Really should thought about that before barging in. Thank Gator Jesus she's okay. What the fuck are you doing here? I should ask you the same question. Oh my... Look, Baldi. Now's not the time. Don't talk to him like that. Yeah? Or what? I told you not to be followed. You were there when we left. He just heard you screaming like a maniac. I've been forgotten already. Hey! What are you two in an empty classroom yelling at each other? The two fall defiantly silent, unwilling to unable to speak. I notice a piece of paper in Mia's hand. It looks like something drawn on it. The style is different, but unmistakably one of Olivia's works. Mia, what do you have to her drawing? The parasol stopped blinking for a few seconds before shoving the paper in her jacket. Before I can question it any further, Olivia speaks up. Inka, why did you come here? You seem like you were in trouble. How touching. Well, we are in trouble now. We? Huh, yeah, dumbass. I don't have time for this, Hot Wheels. Fill him in. What's the big issue? Olivia claws at her armrest again. She looks ready to cry. Hey, where y'all your vicious bravado go? Are you afraid to tell him? Afraid of what he'll think? Shut up! Precious, fine, I'll say. Mia turns to me with a malicious grin. I know about what this prick did during the yearbook art contest. Now, ordinarily, I wouldn't give two shits. But then it hit me. Holy shit, she can't just get away with it. Now, how crazy is that? She pauses, goading me to say otherwise, but I bite my tongue. Like a shark smelling blood, she starts to circle me, continuing her taunts. Then one thing leads to another. Now we are helping each other out. After all, if the school found out, it'll leave a permanent mark on her unemployable ass. What? Yours too, probably, since you're involved and all. My teeth crack painfully from the clutched jaw, and yet the blood drained from my face. I'm talking about her record, you mudbreaker. Art's her big rake, right? Speaking the whole rigmarole, rigmarole, the gist of it's simple. So Olivia draws up some BS group projects for me, and some friends of mine turns them in, and I make sure the whole incident goes away. I managed to earn back some of the feelings in my consciousness. Just long enough to defy her. But that's blackmail and cheating. That's wrong. Oh my god, that's fucking precious. Mia blinks a few times before turning to look at Olivia, then back at me, and then back to Olivia. What? Are you disappointed in her now? I bet you made her pinky swear she will never do anything like that again. She leans closer to me, Fox whispering. Well, sorry to break the news, Cinco, but your friend here is a liar. Don't listen. It wouldn't be. She was tricking me. Tricking? Honey, if we were a swap, you'd see my ass hang. All I'm doing is making things better for the both of us. Not my fault you tried to get away with cheating. You think a cripple like you will have more shame than that? I watch Olivia's eyes turn to twitching. Mia's really start to get to her. I can't let her keep talking to her like that. Mia, Just stop it, okay? She really doesn't need this right now. Can you both just walk away and pretend this never happened? Shit, Inko, you're good. You hear that, Olivia? Wait, didn't I mean... Olivia is staring at me with a look of betrayal that threatens to tear my heart in two. God damn it, why can't I stop talking for once? Mia waves me off, turning to face to her target once more. I bet you love to walk away from this, but things just don't work out that way, do they? Oh, that's why you didn't want Tinko knowing you're still a dirty cheater? Shut up! Oh, relax. It's not a big deal. No, I'm sick of this. You already admit it. Art is my big break. You're only doing this because art is all I have. Your record is fucked. You'll lose nothing if I get caught. It's too estate for you. But me, it's all I have. You're embarrassing yourself. You know, I can't live or run or carry or dance or fucking anything you do on your daily basis without even thinking about. I can't ever do anything else because of these fucking legs and this fucking chair. Why can't any of you just leave me alone? Just want to draw for God's sake. Mia rolls her eyes and takes a step closer to Olivia. That's a nice swordburst and all, sweetie, but I really thought you were smarter than this. Olivia wipes away her eyes with her sleeve. What? Mia takes another step forward. Think, handbag. Will I really go through the trouble of making you to do this junk of middle grades? If your work were crap, you wouldn't have to record to hold over you. Everyone knows you're the best artist in this place. You're just a retard about it. Olivia mouths hands open, but no words come out. You're the kind of idiot to let this sort of comment get to you, so let me be the first to say. Congratulations, Olivia. You have a fan. Anyways, Inko? Oh crap. Distractions aside, you're in on it now too. You don't want Olivia to starve now, wouldn't you? Her words, not mine. Say, I don't worry about any of this, and she's doomed. Do you understand me? I try to muster up words that defiance, but just past me a stairs of depth, I spot Olivia's horrified expression. Hello, Baldi. I'm waiting for your answer, Skinny. I honestly don't know what to say or do in this situation. No. Excuse me? Let me think this over with Olivia. Think this over? You dance or something? This is simple yes or no question. You can't seriously freaking... Mia pinches the bridge of the snoot and lets out a tired sigh. Fine. The two of you talk it over and reach some kind of resolution. But that won't change the fact of what I said earlier, Inko. Don't say I don't do anything nice. But think carefully, amigo. You both got the hell of a lot more loose than I do. Miali gives me and Olivia one final glance before unceremoniously leaving the room. It takes me a bit to recover my thoughts. I never thought Mia would go this far. And Olivia right now, she must be. I stand up from the floor, slowly approaching the elevator. She looks like a mess. Why? Why did you have to come here? I'm sorry, I was just worried about what Mia could be doing to you, and I wanted to make sure you were alright. Olivia agrees her unrest. I was alright. I had it handled with Mia. But to basically be her slave? Doing all her work? Not all of it, just whatever she needs to pass. I take a seat next to her, there. She treated me like she'd go to a scholar and spill everything. And if Skylar knows that I swapped the art, she'll know that it all was with you. I couldn't let her do that to us, so I got desperate. Told her I'd do anything she wanted. That now I got mixed up with her. I let out a deep and heavy sigh. Olivia, I can understand why, but I heard how Mia was treating you before I came in. Even when you're doing her work to save her skin, she's still treating your art, and more importantly, you, like garbage. The words ripped through the Gator's girl's fragile heart. Her face controlling in a fierce snarl, even as her eyes grew wet. You're miserable. You know that. Olivia looks away from me, her face scratching up as tears well in her eyes. I don't know what to do. And I don't even know I can trust her to keep her word. And now that you know what's going on, Mia has a noose around both of necks. The gravity of the situation settles in. It feels like something in me is both frozen and ablaze. There's only 6 months left in the semester. It's not like she's asking for something impossible. Her eyes regain some fire as she smiles. I just have to thought it up. Keep making art to shut her up until the whole stupid thing can blow over. She's been going through this for a long and she's still... That's just... I'm out of options, and so is she. I just blurt out of the first thing that comes to my mind. Why not tell Skylar about what Mia's making you do? Skylar? Are you out of your mind? You saw how you handle things around here, especially with that auditor breathing down her neck. I'm trying to avoid getting caught. Right. Okay. Aidakan? For a split of a second I see her mask crack, her real worry evident in those silver eyes shaking. No. Olivia makes a show of clearing her throat. Mr. Ayakan doesn't need to hear this either. You know he'll be able to. I can't do this on my own. Her balled up fist quaked wildly after the slam into the armrest, and the Gator girl does her best to hide her whines. I really don't think we can fix this if we are not working together. There's nothing to fix. I told you, I have it under control. Just please, Inko, I need you to trust me on this. Don't ruin this for me. I do trust you. Her voice is softening, as if she is fully drained now. I can't handle it, I told you. Her fist unfolds and continues shaking. I take one of her hands, ignoring her indignant sputters, as I delicately cradle in my palm. Her protest died down into a painted whine when my thumb ever so slightly presses down on a joint. All this time you've been doing your best, Olivia. My soft words draw out an even softer breath from her. Mia had me driving for her group almost daily. It must hurt a lot after so long. Maybe it does. But it's something I can't work though. Why can't you trust me to help, then? It's not that I don't trust you, Inko. It's that I didn't trust everyone else. So please, stop asking about fixing me. Or fixing things, I mean. Is that what this is about? Olivia's burning out at this point. She's already hurt badly. I can feel her hands still shaking. It's beyond the point that either of us alone can handle. I let go of Olivia's hands, watching as she takes back her hand and settles it against the chest. I hook a nearby chair leg with my foot and drag it to sit closer. Close enough that I can sit right next to the barionics. Inko? I find that being next to her like this makes it easier for what I'm about to say. Breathe in, breathe out. Opening her eyes once more, I speak my honest thoughts. Mr. Rankin can't help Olivia. Her teeth grin together, as thought contemplating mellowing my face off. Please, hear me out. I want to trust you, Inko, but I just scared that Adakan will hate me forever for this. He's the only one that ever made me feel like my art is worth something. I can't lose him. Look, we can get you out of this. Of course Adakan will understand, even go to bat for you. And if you are the one speak up, it means you are the one getting back at Mia. She won't have power over you. I can't just give it all up like this. How can I trust you with my entire future? You have nothing to lose. I have everything. Can you trust Adakan? Will he really just let that happen? Mia has no reason to not throw you under the bus. Does he? Of course not. Mr. Adakan is... He's the only teacher that never given up on me. I'm here with you too. You're not alone, Olivia. But you need to accept our help. Please. Olivia looks at me in the eyes for a few seconds, before sharply snapping her face downward her body, then begins to quiver, almost as if she trembles with a mixture of cold and fear. Olivia. I get up from my chair and reach out to grasp her shoulder to try to comfort her somewhat. It's okay, I'm here for you. Olivia's shaking lessens, giving me hope that my words were starting to reach her, but not 2 seconds after those thoughts crossed through my mind. Olivia's shaking resumes once again. She's shaking, following, sniffing, and which points in notice tears rolling down Olivia's snout and falling right into her lap. Before I can finish my words, Olivia lunges forwards and wraps her arms around my abdomen, bringing me forward and burying her face into my stomach. At which point she begins to let out what I can only describe as a pain-filled wail. At first I left utterly frozen in place, hands raised and eyes wide. Nothing in my life had ever prepared me for a situation such as this. Now, Inko, you know what to do. I place my other hand on Olivia's other shoulder and slowly take a single knee, bringing me to eye-to-eye level. Then, without saying a word, I tighten my embrace, allowing her arms to wrap around my neck as I wrap my arms around hers. My waist is pulled close to, but her boa-like tail that's become an impromptu belt harnessing me to the Gator girl. There's a distinct thumping in my chest, rhythmic and relaxing. The realization that is her heart sets my face ablaze, but also brings a smile to my lips. I close my eyes and let myself become lost in the warmth of Olivia's embrace. When we break apart, I check on our time limit. My phone says that there's still 20 minutes before school's out. Hopefully Ida-can has a free period right now. You ready? Olivia gives a small nod. I get up and start towards the door. The door held open with the back of my shoe. I look back to her, as Olivia wells over the ground with each push. Oh crap, and I'm an idiot. When she reaches me, Olivia gives me a very meaningful look. So I don't really get its intent till her tail wraps itself around my waist. Oh, right. Taking Olivia reins for her, we start towards our teacher's room in compassionate silence. Okay, trying to fix the shit, I guess. Man, I can't wait to just go home and relax. Maybe open a bag of chips. Olivia tremoring has fallen to a 2 on the Richter scale, so that's nice. She's seen enough Mia to last a while. Then again, so have I. She'd probably kill us if she saw us sneaking off. We are near the end of it all. It's nearly over. It's the first bit quiet that we get, just the sounds of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Olivia's gripping my wrist pretty hard. Guess she is still pretty tense. Say, maybe there is a message place around here. That'd be pretty nice to right now. Wait a second. Just the sounds of Olivia and I walking through the halls. Something ancient awakens in me. An icing chill races down my spine as if there's a knife poised just behind my neck. Yeah, I'm very sure. Something is gonna happen. The Gator girl tenses, head swiftly turning. Her pupils slowly shift to mine, and their contraction to pinpoints bring attention to the danger my ancestral instincts are wearing me off. Sup? You two try and run a... Fight or flight reflexes kick in. Zero thought on my end. My body chose just to book it. Oh, animation! Okay, run away! Holy crap! That is a vicious person! Damn it! Okay, that was really cool. That animation was really cool. I'm gonna point the fact that I enjoyed that one more than the previous ones. For a moment, I wonder if the defeating noise of the metal bars being hit is from me as pushing in a rage, or accidentally slamming into the chasings after us. When I catch you, I will eviscerate you and every last thing you love! Fuck! The elevator finally begins to descend downwards. Exhale deeply, Olivia gasps for breath. My arm strings from Olivia's razor grip. Good thing I have a jacket. Her clothes have shredded in the sleeve. I think it may have even drawn blood. I shake my arm a bit, and Olivia reacts, her hands approaching. Sorry. Oh god, are you okay? No, I'm not. What happens when we reach the bottom? I'm very sure Mia's gonna wait on us. That's not rocket science. Mia will wait for us. Yeah, exactly. That was my thought. Olivia removes the key from its lock. It won't open. Just don't make any noise. The lever reaches the bottom. Just as Olivia said, without the key, the outmoded chamber simply powers down. Silence. There's a small gap under the door letting light in. There's nobody there. We sit in a dark, empty cabin for what feels like minutes. I press close to Olivia while we wait out. I can feel her tail wrap around my ankle, which thankfully won't rip my clothing apart. The phrase 7 minutes in heaven surprised my mind and is buried immediately. It's a bit warm in here. Shh. Heavily rapid footsteps sounding on us, accompanied by the sound of ripping paper. Mia destroying everything on the walls. You fuckers had better still be in there! If you cowards run away, so help me, Raptor Jesus! She's right in front of the door. I hear her heavy breathing and soft thoughs as she attempts to put her ear to the door a few times. I try to stay as silent as possible, but I'm afraid that the homicidal parasaur can hear my heart hammering in my chest in pants-scraping horror. Mia, with no intention to vent her frustration verbally, resorts to the next best thing: physical therapy. We're surrounded by sounds of ripping paper, landed lockers, and drywall fracturing. On occasion, something hits the elevator door again. Olivia and I don't even dare move. I hear other voices, Mia drawing attention to herself. Who the fuck are you looking at? Do you want one less horn? Find someone, quick! I fucking swear I had it with that fucking luggage case on wheels. Good luck painting when you are eating through a straw, bitch legs crotch. Olivia takes a sharp breath. Silence. What was that sound? It sounds like a series of sharp cracks. Is that a teaser? I think that's a teaser gun. It sounds like a teaser gun for me. Hey, well, hey, it's not cool. It's not like what it looks like. It's a... Rapid footsteps echo from down the hall. Is she gone? What the fuck could have scared me like that? There's a light lock on the elevator door. Hey, anyone in there? He sounds exhausted, but it's definitely Idakan. By now, my eyes have adjusted to the light. Olivia's relief is palpable and shared. My body finally relaxing and practically melting against the wall of the tiny elevator. We are going to have to tell Idakan. It's safe to come out. It's all clear. Well, it looks like the stick dynamite went off out of here, but otherwise it's fine. I look at Olivia, who stares at the key in her hand. Stares at the key in her hand. She moves to unlock the elevator, but hesitates. I think our teacher is able to sense it, since his tired voice carries the weight of his worry. Everything be alright. Oh, I promise. But she doesn't put it in. She just stares. Don't you know that? Olivia whispers softly. I can barely make it out. God, please. Putting that key in the opening up means telling Idakan everything. There's no way Mia's letting this slide. Nothing's safe as a safe bet. Nothing can be said for sure. She can't do nothing, and she can't do anything either. So she looks at me, as if I have the answer. The key is offered to me, delicately held between two of her claws. Take the key. Don't take the key. Okay, I'm gonna save. I need to save this. These choices, I totally need to save it, you know, in case I need to do another run to get a better ending. So take the key or don't take the key. You know what? I'm gonna think that the safe, the most obviously unsafe option is don't take the key, because we are here to support her. So I think she will appreciate if we are with her by choosing Yeah, by choosing her to talk to Idakan, so don't take the key. Don't take the keys. My hands cup hers, electing a small gasp from the girl. Even with the darkened lenses of my shades, I can make out a moon's silver eyes filled with all the worries of the past month. Worries she endured because of our friendship. And possibly more. Inca. My fingers curl softly, pushing the key back into her palm. My lips move, but no sound comes out. He'll understand, Olivia. Either from my unspoken words of my comforting grip, Olivia is able to gather her courage. We share a simple nod, and her hand finally moves to the panel. With the key inserted and twisted, the dark room shudders briefly before the metal door finally starts to slide open. We greet by the sight of our teacher, looking very haggard, his brow slick with sweat and holding some strange black rod. Olivia reels back at the sight of an old button. Thanks for serving us, Mr. Ayakan. Don't thank me just yet. I'm gonna need an explanation for all this. So, is Principal Scholar for that matter? He steps aside and motions us out of the elevator with a wave of the board stick. Go along now. Give the janitor some time to take care of the men. Holy shit, it looks like Mia tried to destroy everything with her reach in the hallway. On the ceiling, a pipe is leaking, water intended for fountains and toilets. A group of dinos in the overalls round the corner, looking absolutely pissed. Our teacher waves at them and begins escorting us to his room. All the adrenaline has faded now, and I can feel the acute pain in my arm. Olivia's hands reach back behind her head to the arm that she had grabbed, and her fingers delicately loop around the spot. She looks back, her mouth shut tight, but her sympathetic eyes telling me she's sorry. I nod back with a comfort smile. She's sure it hurt, but I know she didn't mean it. She looked forward again to the door of Idakan's classroom. Olivia sighed and resigned herself to explain everything to her teacher. Olivia looked ready to collapse. She had taken a better part of an hour explaining Mia's extortion in full detail to Mr. Elegant. I grabbed Olivia's canteen and handed it over. She really chugs the entire thing, gasping after and rubbing her sore throat. It was hard to get a read on what our teacher was thinking. His brow was furrowed, his fingers stapled, and he was muttering to himself. Finally, with a deep sigh, he stands from his desk and looks at the exhausted girl. I had a feeling something was going on, but to this extent? You should have come forward sooner. I know, but we're here now, aren't we? Fair point. Still, I'm concerned that you thought nobody will notice. I didn't think anybody will care to look. Those assignments go through dozens of eyes, you know? What do you mean? Your style, Olivia. I saw it from a mile away and I was just waiting for you to talk to me. You knew? Why didn't you say anything? I wanted to come for you. Don't worry, I'm not going to lecture you. Raptor Jesus knows you have enough of that already. You two did well to yourselves, though. I'm proud of that. All we did was run away from Mia. Mr. Adakan sighed. But not long after, he gently smiled at us. What matters is that you two found strength in each other and reached out for help. With that we have on Mia now, we can justify watching her like a hawk from here on. Anybody else she was harassing ought to thank you. Are you sure she's actually going to get in trouble for this? At this point, we look bad if we didn't punish Mia for this kind of behavior. That's a relief. Come on, you two can hunker here until school clears out. You sure? You were going to stay after like always anyways, right? Yeah. Oh shit. That noise makes me stumble to the floor. Yeah, that's it, that's it. Mr. Adakan! Whoops. Adakan looks at the device in his hand. Is that a teaser? There's a piece of tape on it with something written on it. Estros Protocol? Okay, now I know why he has a button. That makes more sense now that I think of it. Now that we all know what is that made for, we all know. Anyway, I'm going to run and get some things done. They're going to want my account on a paper pretty soon. Might as well knock it out from the way. We now care Mr. Adakan chucks the electric weapon into his desk before turning to his doorway. Don't burn the place down, alright? Alone, I got seat at the back of the classroom. Looking out of the window, I finally let out a huge sigh I'd been holding in. Olivia rolls over to join me, and surprisingly, she smiled. You were right, Inko. I could trust him. We sit in silence, just looking out of the window. When school let us out, we watched to the crowd of students going home. I don't see me in the crowd, but that doesn't matter. I think despite it all, Olivia's life is going to be just a bit easier after today. While the students trickled out of the school, Olivia took the chance to unwind. I figured the best was to let her rest, as I saw her dropping eyelids finally shut. She looked cute, just like Billy in The Witcher, except for the weird bellowing. It was like a snore, except I could feel Billy barbering through the floor. With the clouds hiding the sun and the classroom lights turning off, I could do with some shut-eye too. But I can't bring my eyes closed. Instead, I looked out of the window. The layer of the clouds overhead steadily grows more dense, casting a darker shade of everything. Light raindrops break against the glass. Crap, I really should have broken my umbrella. As a few minutes go by, the rolling gets closer and closer, blocking out the sunlight. If Olivia were awake, she'd think this was a pretty neat. I looked back to her. Maybe I could nap too. Just a little. Well, what was? Oh. My eyes are drawn upward to the heavy clouds in the sky. In moments, the glass of the window is isolated by numerous heavy droplets of rain. Holy moly! The trees outside are bellowing almost aggressively. Several small branches are stripped away in the torrential downpour. And I really wouldn't help with this. Huh? What? My phone alarming an alarm. So it's Olivia's. Instructions to shelter in place for several hours. The classroom doors in thrust open quickly. Mr. Adakan is back, panting hard as clothes drench. He takes a moment of surprise to compose himself as best as he can. Sorry about that. The faculty is doing a sweep to the campus right now. Apparently there's a monsoon scare right now. Monsoon? Did that happen here? Adakan gestures to his stretched outfit and out the window as if asked if Mia had clocked me in the head after all. Right. Are we going to be alright? Oh, of course. Schools are designed shelters for the worst disasters. If anything, you're safer than here than at home. But the halfway outside is open, isn't it? I just finished putting the cover on. A cover? Just keep close to the wall, yeah? What do we do now? Elkan shakes his phone at us. Shelter in place. We're all stuck here for a few hours. Olivia reaches in her bag and pulls out her drawing book and well-used pencil. Actually, why don't you use this time to catch up on some schoolwork? I'm sure you have some work from the other classes still pending, and I can't think of a better time to tackle that than now. But today's been rough. Can I do this, finish my nap instead? That's fine too, but aren't you falling behind grade-wise in some of your other classmates? Maybe. Fine. I'll catch up some of that work. I can think of a smile, nod, and smiles. Olivia puts away her drawing materials and instead of puts out her bulky mathematics books, which she sets on the table with more force than unnecessary, followed by her notebook. With some hesitation on her part, Olivia sets herself to work. Meanwhile, I bring myself closer to her in case she wants some help with the work. After a few minutes, clear her mind and spirit isn't into the work one bit. Because Olivia fidgets, taps her pen on the table and looks around the room and out the window. Eventually she lets out a groan and slams her book shut. This sucks. Can I please do something else? Elkan, who had been buzzing himself with grading some paperwork, snaps up away from his work, looking at Olivia while rubbing his chin. Well, there is one other thing you could at least help us with. We'll need both of your help with it. Could even consider it an extra assignment. What do you say? I don't know, today was very rough on Olivia. Absolutely, I'll do it. Alright. Wonderful, it's back here. He starts walking to the back of the room and waits for the two of us to follow him. Whoa, something in the dark room? Oh man, I thought we wouldn't get to do anything in there until the last few weeks of the semester. Are we going to do a getting a head start on the section? Maybe we are making prints on learning about C41 and... Huh? Oh, Olivia's poking my back. Quit it with the cinematic gate. You are going too slow. Oops. I shake the excitement off and head into the dark room. Elkan holds the door open for the two of us to enter. The inside grows as vibrant crimson light. Elkan's suit appears to light up in the red lights, as does my shirt. I only actually been in the dark room once before. This is so cool. I clasp my hands together. So, what are we developing? We? This is an important just for you. Alright, I'm ready for it. What am I developing? Your lower back. There's a click of a switch and the red light switch to normal lights and properly illuminate the room. There are boxes over there. I need one of each station around the room, but they are too heavy for me. If you can, of course. Luckily I can't make you do any of this. Do at least I get extra credit? You get one of the bags of chips I keep hiding in my desk. Fine. Nice! Come on, Olivia, we should clear the way for him. There's actually something in the box we're in need of. The two move back to the entrance, and I'm faced with mirror boxes I'll have to carry. Looks like there is about 10. They're pretty medium sized, like you could fit in a table lamp in them. How heavy they can they... Ugh. Tough. Lift with your knees, Cinco. This is gonna suck. I look at Olivia and she's already has her phone out and pointing at my way. Damn it. I shake my left and try again. Ugh. And I actually managed to get this thing off the ground. This must be weighed at least 70 pounds. Or it's loaded with bricks. Something like that. Careful, they're fragile. Finally, I get the last box in this place. I pick a chair and collapse in a heap. My muscles are on fire. But to be honest, I don't know if I could done all of that beginning on the year. I guess I'm getting stronger. I can walk back into the dark room with a small black toolbox. Oh, good, you're done. Come on now, and take a breather. That looked dull. I'd rather stay here. Olivia shows up and the doorway behind her again. I'm surprised you didn't use the dolly. What dolly? Come on. Yeah, I noticed. I had that issue as well when I started work. So yeah, I literally wanted to carry all the heavy stuff, but then they put me at the dolly, and then I said, "Fuck my life." Later on, after that, I totally use a dolly. I always search for a dolly if there is nothing. If there is one, I use it. If there's not, well, I have to carry it with my own hands. Technically, that's how I literally almost lose one of my arms, to be honest. Trust me, it wasn't pretty. Okay, before you get started with me, Inko, you didn't ask. For the love of, I hate you. That's the spirit. Olivia stifled her laughter into a snickering snortfest. Your mood will improve when you see just what you've been carrying. Oh? He grabs a box cutter from the shelf and slices it to the top of one open. Our teacher pulled out what looks like a large overlit lamp on the box. Oh, sweet! So that means that you will making your own prints for misters. That sounds awesome. Oh man, I can't wait to... But before any of that, these need to be assembled. The rest of the parts are taken from the first box and set down meticulously. Olivia's getting curious, as she is rolled up to the station and handling one of the funnier looking pieces. Anywho, here you to go. Wait, 2? Yes, 2. Don't think I didn't notice you watching Inko so much. She stemmed the knife from Olivia's does nothing to wipe her chickly grin from her teacher's face. But what about you, Mr. Elegant? I'll be right back. He makes his way to the door again. Get started without me. I need to go fetch some things. Before either Olivia or I can speak up, he left the room. Olivia already has the toolbox open of her lap. Right then. I grab the folded up instructions and lay it out, seeing the details of a bizarre device fully assembled. Okay, so... Step 1. Hand me the next piece. Oh, did I scare you? Yes, you scared me. These things are heavy. What if you drop it on something? I didn't though. But you could. And I didn't. Olivia tells reaches for some brackets, but I grab the limb before she can take them. Hold on, we're gonna do this right on the elevator. Might not worked right. She raised her tail from the table. You're no fun. This is just an oversized lamp. That's a gross oversimplification. Your gross oversimplification. But the can's gotta make sure you use the one you break. Just means I can sketch more, right? Well, I mean, you can participate and learn about photography. Photography is your thing, so it doesn't really apply to me as much, does it? Well, maybe that's the cause for you, but photography is my thing. It's the whole reason I took this class after all. Oh, Barry. It's nothing. Olivia politely rests her arms in her lap. Her eyes lighted on the box of parts. Well, how does it work then? The print and lighter? She shakes her head. Photography. Like, why the giant lamp thing? It's all digital today, right? Huh. I think that's the first time someone's actually asked me about it. Sure, I have a lot of mind shower headlines explaining my hobbies and their cultural significance to others, but none of that comes to me right now. It's all about shot composition, and this machine is a part of the production of it. Getting the right things in the right places at the right time to evoke certain feeling. Composition is a thing in painting too, you know. I'm prepared for Olivia's comment. Yeah, but it's a lot easier to pick the composition you want. You don't have to worry about any factors other than yourself. With photography, you have to build the set and get a good photo. That's the fun of it. But why would you want to limit yourself like that? Why not just draw whatever you're taking a picture instead? You could express all kind of things you could never express with a photo. Olivia taps a claw in the imager, the metallic ping echoing in the small room. What sets all this junk apart from just lines on a page? The technique, ambition. She smirks at my petulant comment. Fine, I show her. I prove it to you that this takes skill. I hold the lighting portion up, making sure it's all the right angle, and fasten the last portion of the enlightener. I plug the machine in and flip the switch happily that it works right and lights up the entire base. Olivia looks at me with confusion as I move to the entrance of the room and flip the light switch, flooding the room with a bright red light. Going back to our workspace, I pull the developed negatives from my backpack and slot the slide I want into the carrier. And ta-da! The negative carrier in place in the machine. A blurry gray blob is projected into the base. What? Give me a minute. I hold the manual under the light to the side of the blob, checking with which knob is switched and slowly turn them. As the lens and pillow shift, the Rorschach test transforms, gaining more definition until finally it becomes the spitting image of the cool front entrance. I can't even do this. I take out the negative and place another atop in before sliding the carrier back in, while I also increasing the strength of the light. The image display is now the entrance with a half dozen semi-transparent students in front of it. What do you do? I overlap another shot. The backgrounds are the same and double up, so I had to intensify the light, otherwise the entrance will be too dim. So, that will take a few minutes to do, tops. It'll look a lot better too. She smirks, but I think she's faking her apathy this time. Her tail gives her away. It's not like it's a lot more technical, I guess, but I only knew how to do this kind of stuff from Mr. Elegant lectures about negatives. What else can you do with this thing? I don't know, but what's this? Oh shit! I pulled out the negative carrier, and why is it? How hot it is? Crush it, crush it, crush it! Olivia picked to remove the plug from the socket. Which makes so I open the carrier and see I managed to melt the two negatives together. Ah man, I was going to use that. All that work and I go and mess it up, trying to prove something. Olivia is never going to let me leave this alone. The Gator girl lies sympathetically hand on my shoulder to my surprise. Hey, shit happens. I've ruined a lot of paintings in the past too, you know. You take the reels from the warm metal plate and holds them up to the red light, trying to see rough them. And you got more shots on this thing? But I like those shots. Then go retake them. It's not that easy, like it has to be in the exact same time and weather and lighting. The broad darkness coincides with the big ambient sound of the ventilation shutting into halt. The blackness is all collapsing. I can't even see Olivia, who is right next to me. Inco? Her voice helps me confirm that we are still alive in some fashion, but there is a shakiness in her tone, which sends a tense rattle down my spine. Our breathing is the only noise. It's as if we've been encapsulated in a void of nothingness. Are you here? I know that. I plant my hand down to brace her shoulder, feeling the still warm metal in the elevator base. But, yeah, the skull is lost power. I felt something cover my hand, and then squeeze, painfully. Whoa! Sorry. The pressure lessens, but she doesn't let go of my fingers. Now, it's fine. There's a subtle shake in my scaly limb and in my hand. But when I brush my thumb across it, the limb eases. Hey, stop that. Stop what? Just that. Stop that thing you're doing with your hand. I shrug. And then want to slap my face when I realize she can't see that. Alright. Standing here in the darkness in the room isn't getting us anywhere. We should go fight. Olivia, Inco. Ah! My instincts kick in. I hop back to take space between us and the killer. I turn my back to them to become defensible. I wrap my arms around Olivia's head to make sure she's 100% protected. Hey! It's me, Mr. Elegant. I took a bit of find a flashlight, but with how this room is, I look up to the shining white pterodactyl, pointing the flashlight at his own face. Oh. Get off my jacket! Ah. Look, I'm not paying you two to get frisky in the closet. That's what Recon class is for. We're not pissed. Mr. Elegant holds up a pale hand and grins wintry. Relax, I'm just joking around. He leans against the doorway to get a better look inside the dark room with his flashlight. Power's out for the whole block. Apparently our backup generator decades old and it's only keeping at the AC on. Someone should get fired for that. Come on, we can wait it until out in the studio. Leah follows me out into the main classroom as we try slowly in Mr. Elegant's wake. The slow sounds of his gait has a nice contrast to the rain dashing against the windows. Well, it's really coming down outside. Think it flood? It floods here? Sometimes. The ground floor classroom used to have a carpet, you know. Ida starts pulling something out his desk, but it's too dark to see what it. Don't remind me. That joke just sucked away half the year's funding. You ever try to teach someone about watercolors without the freaking watercolors? Was ridiculous. I remember. I remember you were the most upset. Alright. He set some tiny tea lights down on the one of the desk and begins lighting them. The tiny wicks are set alight with the tiniest of embers, proving the bare minimum of illumination for us to see. We don't get those trigger fire alarms. We shall be fine, they're not too small by themselves. What are those for? Been saving them for a rainy day. We're going to be stuck for a while, so why not to make a camp out? Camping. I like the sound of that. We don't get any in trouble though. It'll be trespassing, right? It's either this or trying to get home in this storm. As if to illustrate his point, the weather decided to chime in. Besides, schools are usually made with a sheltering in mind. There are all kinds of procedures for this, like bringing everyone on the gym and breaking out some really moldy codes. Olivia winces. Those haven't been replaced. Huh, our budget has been in the red for years, Miss Halford. Part of why we are being scrutinized right now with that whole audit business. Anyway, we are the only ones left on the campus, so I'm not gonna go through all the trouble. So just relax for now. I already called a taxi for the both of you. Sorry guys. You know, and talking all this much, it really gets me tired. But yeah, we still have an hour to do so. I'm gonna try to keep it going until we reset 2 hours. So don't worry about it. Okay. Taxi. I made the call as soon as the power went out. It's gonna be a while to get in ready and send it out. What are we doing in the winter? Our teacher has weekend. You're not done with that homework, right? Oh, I'm kidding. Time and the store carry on, yet things are surprisingly calm. Olivia pretends to focus on her work while I pretend to help her. But soon enough, Mr. Anakin starts sharing wild stories about previous semesters. You know, a few years back, somebody tried to take his hat right off his head. Let me tell you, I've never seen a shovel fly that fast. That sounds appropriately valiant. Either way, Olivia slowly loses her facade of productivity, and I join her not long after. You know, I still owe you for running your one coat last year. Oh, forget about it. I have dozens of them in my closet anyway. You too? The early embers from the blackout is quickly overrun by a combined ladder. Eventually we run out of the things to say and just wait quietly in each other's company. Anakin slumps downwards on his chair. Oh, long day today. He glances out on the window, still being assaulted by the sheets of rain water outside. Normally, I'm home by now resting. You don't mind if I relax a little here? No, go ahead. Thanks! He stretches behind him, cracking his spine against the grove of the chair. Olivia, I've been meaning to say. Hmm? You're usually so quiet, reserved, insulated even. I've noticed you're being a bit more friendly recently. Huh? You think so? Even in my classes all 4 years, of course I would. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but it hurts me to see a student hurt themselves like that. When you are in the adult world, you'll see this all the time. Once someone is in a rut, they'll tend to just stay there until these days blend together instead of lifting themselves up. But they got all the time in the world. So, I'm proud of you for making an effort, Olivia. Mr. Edekan, I mean... Don't be flustered, be proud, Olivia. You managed to form a friendship. Of course, I appreciate you extending an olive branch too, Inku. Me? It's no problem, Mr. Edekan. Come on, school hours are over. You can drop me the mister. I mean, it's not something to be thanking me for, isn't it? I'm just her friend. That is a great to hear, though. You can't always negative this world alone. Someone to keep company can really help. He can? Sorry, that was Olivia. He can? More than you can imagine. Alekan leans forward to place her hand over both of ours. He just barely makes contact with Olivia's wrist when she winces and yanks it back. Shit. Olivia? Are you alright? I'm fine. That just hurts. I was fine before though. You've been trying to stay off that wrist all day. Was it that bad? It was feeling better. I even helped boil those dahikis. The print then lighters. He covers his eyes with one hand. Of course, great move. Student's been overworking herself and I think to give an extra physical work. What am I doing? It wasn't your fault. I didn't want you to worry. I had no idea how bad it was. He leans forward again, gently handling Olivia's wrist, inspecting it and being careful to not cause any pain. You indeed take care of yourself, Olivia. If something were to happen, I know you'll be completely beside yourself. I know. I know you were doing extra work, but how did it even go this bad? It was a lot of extra work. Doing a whole group's assignments on top of my own. For the last 3 weeks, basically, on my free time. It's a great practice, at least that's what I was telling myself. Olivia does her best to hide her wincing, but the teacher tests her arm. I never would have made it into the graduation. All because of that painting you switch. He shakes his head and lets go of Olivia. No, it goes further than that. That painting was all because of the pain you've been doing throughout these years. All because of that first contest entry hanging in the gala. Your fierce venture into the world, and it went how it did. Olivia looks down at her hand, stretching her fingers out and in, slowly careful. My hand moves without a thought, fingers taking her hand carefully to help in some way or another. You and that painting. Our teacher pans his face and groans into it. It's generally a good piece, Olivia. I've told you to do that so many times. She looks up, but manages to a small nod. What a horrible chain of events. I had to witness it all these years. Watch it as it's taking your friends, your self-worth. That little smile you had when you first came into my class. And now it's ruined your health. He essentially lets go and covers his own eyes again. And I really just sat here and watched it. I was just talking about how people act like they have more time than they have. Aida-can, are you alright? I'm super. I'm more than okay. In fact, I made up my mind about something. You. Take her to the gala, please. There's something I want you to see. Yeah. No words. Just do it, please. I nod. What are you going to show us? He stops at the door. Something you should have seen a long time ago. My shoes slush nicely through the flooded hallway as we slowly head back to the main building of the school. Olivia herself has used to her arms, stroked her legs onto her seat, her hands now resting on her knees. Ida-can didn't seem to care each of his steps slashing water around the soaking his legs. The rain in the floor are working, otherwise keeping the water at minimal level. An unsettling feeling washes over me as we enter the atrium. The interior of the school pitch black from the lack of lighting. At least we aren't dealing with wet floors, but navigating the halls in a dark and new difficulty. Olivia brought her phone, using its flash to light the shine of her way, but I'm still unaware. The only sound I hear the scratches is my shoes and the outward dripping from both Olivia and I. And it was when the narrow sound that Ida-can had left us behind. Mr. Ida-can? Her voice buzzes down the dark halls of the school. Do you see where he went? Kinda. I think he went that way. I can just make Olivia hand pointing thanks to her phone. Towards the school's office. I keep pushing Olivia through the taking my time as I feel my shoes returning to sleep with each step I take. I gotta point out something that sounds weird, and it's the fact that I'm using headphones. Yeah, you guys know that, but I really appreciate the sound effect of the entire, the entire plot that is happening outside the school. It totally sounds because again, I had a typhoon on here in Argentina not too long ago. It was at the beginning of January, and totally sounds like that. And makes me wonder how these guys actually have to do for they to actually get this sound, because the sound sounds so spotted to have a real typhoon. So yeah, I just want to appreciate that factor. Okay, let's continue then. I keep pushing Olivia through, taking my time as I feel my shoes threaten to slip with each step I take. It's slow going between the early darkness and my slow steps. What should taking us a minute at most takes about 3 minutes for us to arrive at the gala. Well, we're here. The storm raged against the glass ceilings. What normally is the source of the hall's natural lighting is completely obscured by the taboo. And there are still no signs of Ida-can. I withdraw my phone and turn its flashlight on too, in the hopes of improve the situation. I can hear something else, aside from us and the rain. Something that's getting closer. A tiny red light in the distance there with the sound. The tiny ember bounces and sways in rhythm with the odd tapping. Until... If that dragon actually is having, you know, a nerve break because of the typhoon, then we shall run. I don't know. Probably. I'm frozen for a second. The thought forced its way through me. He will never hurt us. I can. What are you doing? Something is kicked aside. It's Olivia spotting from the art contest a few weeks back. It smacks slowly against the glass, catching of the display case. These are the ones, yeah? What? I'm ignored. Hedekan starting to right at Olivia. She's also struck people, but she nods. Oh, okay, I get it. So, Hedekan placed the painting of the contest in front of the painting that she, well, technically this year contest, in front of the other painting of what Olivia actually won on the previous contest. So now it's time to actually realize what he's gonna do. Okay, Hedekan takes a deep breath and faces the display. What are you going to do with that? Hey, Hedekan, wait! This is a bit extreme, isn't it? I appreciate the fact that I can do that in order to, you know, kind of reset. I get the idea of this. He is trying to reset Olivia's mind in order for her to literally try again and start from the beginning. Or at least that's what I think. I'm not sure if that is correct. Olivia. It's gone. Both of them. They should have been done long ago. Yeah. Hedekan, it's crazy. I know. What about the other things in the case? Who fucking cares? Those students graduated ages ago. You know how many still do art? None. If they are collateral so someone else can, fine by me. But Olivia, you got no other big paintings now, do you? She shakes her head. That's a shame. Look what I just did. I can make another. Yes, that's what I need to hear. You make me so proud to hear that. Do you remember? In sophomore's year, when you challenged me to think again of something I wanted to do and set a goal to do it. Of course, I couldn't think of anything back then. But there has been one thing I've been wanting to do for a while now. And like you said, some company could really help. Olivia raised my hand just a little tighter. Promise not to laugh. Never. Will you mind asking me again, Hedekan? Sure. I believe it was. If you could leave right now and go anything you wanted, what you want to do? Anything at all. Yeah. I want to go see a fountain. And I'm painting it for you. Fucking brilliant. There's a fountain here? There's a park not so far from here. And you can barely see a fountain in the center of it from the window. You can't see it right now in the storm, but I want to go there. I think I know of it. There's one of the Sting Equestria Park. That's wonderful, Olivia. Adakan stumbles a bit. I rush to give him a shoulder, some sharps, and glass crunching under my feet. Huh, good thing the power's out. No cameras up or anything. Won't you get in trouble for this? I'm always in trouble for something. And ordinarily, I just take the hit. Especially for something like this. Tell me a chick can't take the fall. To hell with her. Olivia managed to on another small smile. I'm looking forward to that painting. You better get it to me. I will. And you better help. Of course. Other kind motions for us to wait for the school's entrance. For a while, we sit there. Do you have one, Idakan? Hmm? Do you have something you want to do? I'm already doing it. No, really. Really? Teaching high school is a great job that nobody ever regrets. You should pose that question to Inkle there. All this character development and he's barely said a word. Alright, Inkle, what about you? What do I want to do? Huh. If I could pick anything, I guess... Okay, first of all, let me save. There it goes. Return. I want to go to college. I want to make plenty of friends. I want to find true. This one, I'm not sure about this one. I want to go to college. I want to make plenty of friends. I want to find true love. I'm not sure. I'm gonna go with I want to make plenty of friends. I'm not sure if this also affects the... Because again, there is choices that affect the story and then this doesn't affect the story. So I'm trying to carefully pick the one that actually makes sense for me. So hell if I know. I'm gonna take this one. I want to make plenty of friends. A more ambitious dream. I can get behind it. It's a bit unimaginative. That's just hateful. You should probably start looking more into the how and not the what. Like you will know. I can totally do it. Pfft, sure thing, Mr. Successful. Your blog doesn't even have 10 followers. You look me up? Yeah, got bored. You could at least follow me if you're gonna stalk me. I follow you when you make good content. I saw your interpretation of Godzilla. You copied from the video essay sucks and you should feel bad. I copy Anakin's motion with an axe and karate chop Olivia's leg. I didn't feel that, jackass. Well, I guess some banter is form of motivation as well. Sounds like you have quite a promise to uphold now, Inko. But even with this being thrown around, what stood out most was the wild grin on Olivia's face. Within the staccato of a rain and the uproarious laughter, time seemed non-existent. I could feel the muscles in my face. It brought on by bursts of laughter and grinning, which made the taxi's arrival so disappointing. As we were escorted out to the parking lot, our mirror was replaced with something more. calm, comfortable. An easy quiet that let my thoughts wander back to the tiniest that we say to each other. Back to what our tarot teacher had said, navigating into the world alone. For all the time I spent around Olivia and her friends, it never really occurred to me that she's harbored something like loneliness. I mean, the Milan isn't like a wild crowd composed of a single madman. At least she's practically the group of nannies or something. The driver of the yellow van leans into his horn, and I feel a barefoot leer on me even through the gaze of a fog and rainstorms. Adele draws her hood up, and I hold my jacket above my head. With a final look to Mr. Arkan, we thank him. No need to thanks. Seeing my student grown as a prosper into adulthood is all the reward this old fossil needs. With a wave, he sends off into the rain to the irate taximan's van that yells us about his burning gas. While Olivia works to get herself situated in the cab, I turn back. Mr. Alcan is sagging Mandolin back into the building. Aye, hurry up. Right. Okay, you know what? I'm not sure if this is... Okay, I'm gonna save it here. No, actually no, I'm gonna save it here. I had to remember to not literally do the same thing all over again. It's in my mentality to actually save it all over again. So yeah, with this, I'm gonna end up the stream right here. Yeah. Okay. Well, we did a bunch of really cool looking stuff. We actually have 2 animations in this one, and one of them actually looks really neat. In in animation composition, I think Mia's chasing was really cool looking, but then again, I can destroying the paintings of Olivia also was a really good significance, and I really like the entire style that one actually had. So yeah, okay, give me a moment. I'm gonna put it in just chat. Okay, well. This is the end of the stream. I hope you guys had a blast, because I always have a blast. Let me check if we can raid someone. If I'm not mistaken, she is doing her donathon right now. But I'm gonna check just in case. Yeah, she is on her donathon right now. She is playing Subscribers Unlimited with Bars, Tiffy, and yeah. Okay, so we're gonna raid she. And again, tomorrow, I'm not sure, alright, so tomorrow we're gonna continue streaming. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to actually stream Fortnite or Helldivers, but we will see. Mostly because, again, I want to actually play more Fortnite with my friends, so we will see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, and also because she is doing a donathon, I'm not sure if this is gonna be like, a cooperation between me and her. But we'll see what happens. Again, I'm gonna try to actually stream more Fortnite in my end, but she also is gonna stream Fortnite in her end, so it's kind of the same. So anyway, as always, be safe out there. Have a good night. See you next time, my videos.